Hi everyone. Well, I've been busy and no more lawn to cut. It's too cold. Winter time. Happy New Year. And I'm putting a wood floor down in the master bedroom. This is something that I've been wanting to do, and my wife has been wanting me to do for 2 years now. So I'm finally getting around to it, and I've been working all week. Today's Saturday morning, and Saturday morning a week ago is when I started. I pulled all the carpet up, pulled all the tack strips up, pulled all the staples up. These guys that lay carpets, man, they love staples. The padding, it was all stapled down. And anyway, got everything out, picked up a hardwood floor, and I started last Sunday, and I got a good bit done. And then I've been working during the week, Monday all the way up till Friday last night, a couple hours here and there, and I'm just finishing up. I probably have maybe another 5 hours worth of work, but this floor it's like 310 square feet. It's a good sized room, so it's a lot of floor. I'll turn you around, and you can see my mess. I got my saws in here, my table saw, my chop saw, my compressor set up for the nail gun, a lot of scrap from cuts, but yeah, the big part of the room is basically done, and went all the way up to the master bathroom there. I still have to do the walk-in closet, and this little nook corner here in the room is what I'm working on down. You can see I got a little, I would say that's like 4x4 left, but I'm moving right along. It's actually a enjoyable project, mentally, not physically. My knees are killing me and my back, but the nice thing is there's no hurry to get this done. I can work at my leisure. We are sleeping in another bedroom. The house is kind of turned upside down because of this, but we pretty much set ourselves up where we just kept out what we were going to need for the next couple weeks. But the idea here is to first get the floor done. We're going to do some painting. We're going to paint. I'm going to change the ceiling fan. We're going to put new blinds up, and like I said, a fresh coat of paint. I think it's been about 15 years since I did this room, so the paint itself has held up nice. We're tired of the color. I think my wife picked out a beige color, almost a white beige. I wanted to do a very, very light green. You know how that goes. I got overruled, but that's all right. It'll look nice. So I'm gonna get back to work here and try and finish this floor up. This is a really good project to do. This is an easy do-it-yourself project. It's not really hard, but we'll start finishing up this one area here. Then I'll move into the walk-in closet, which I'm really not looking forward to. It's kind of a cramped area. We still have our clothes hanging in there, but everything's up off the floor, which is basically all I need to put this floor down. So yeah, here we go. got this corner all finished, and I got lucky, and I don't have to make a rip cut on any floorboards. I am close enough to the baseboard so that when I put quarter round down, that little gap there will get covered. So that was easy, except for all the up and down. It really looks good. So next, the last part I need to do is the closet area. And I need to do some adjustment there in the doorway to start that. Kind of left what I thought was going to be a pain to do last. There's still clothes in there hanging, so I'm going to have to work around them, but everything's up off the floor. And the lighting in there is not the best, so I'm going to move my work light in there, and then we'll start to run the floor into the walk-in closet. I am inside the closet, and you can see where the hardwood floor ends before coming into the closet. Now when I laid this floor, the floor comes with the tongue, and then on the other side it comes with a groove, and the tongue locks in to the groove, and that's what keeps the floor level with one another. Each board will stay supposed to be perfectly level, and for the most part it is. So it locks in, and when you put the floor down, you use a nailer that drives, you can either use nails or staples. I'm using staples, so it's driving a 2-inch staple into the tongue, and that's nailing it down to the subfloor underneath. So when I started this floor in the larger part of the room, I had the tongue facing this direction. Now I'm changing directions now to get into the closet, so the tongue will now face me. I'm behind the camera, and there is no tongue on the first row flooring outside of the closet area. So they sell a tongue that we can install inside of this board here so that we can change directions. Now, I've never done this, so I don't know if I can nail it or not, but what I'm going to do is glue that and then come back with the next board, and I'll nail the next board, and that should lock it in. But now I have a tongue there, that the board that'll go across this doorway, the first board coming into the closet, will be locked in on the groove end of the board. So before I start this, I need to take a multi-tool, and I'm going to put a scrap board here, and I'm going to cut from the top of the scrap board down to the floor, so that when I enter the room, the board will slide underneath and it'll have a finished look. I already did the door jamb inside the doorway, but I didn't come into the closet on the trim on the inside. So I have no idea where I'm going to end up as far as a board running along the wall. So I know I'm probably going to have to rip some boards. Let's see if I can set it up. Yeah, so I'm going to have to rip probably from here back to get into the closet wall. So to do that, I'm going to have to piece, I'm thinking, in the second board somewhere in the middle. I'll use 2 boards, and then it'll be pieced inside the doorway. Hopefully I can get it straight that way. But before I do that, I'm going to take the multi-tool. I'm going to cut off the bottom of the door trim, and I'm also going to go and cut off the wall trim as well. That way I can just slide the board underneath the wall trim, and it'll just make it easier to install. Not having to worry about being perfect on my cut. When I rip the board, that'll be the first one going across the wall here. So let's get started with that. There's my piece of trim, and that's trash, so the floor will go underneath it and gives it a finished look without removing the casing around the door. I'm going to continue down the wall here and cut out the baseboard trim. So now when I come in here, it'll look like that. Now I'm going to put 1/4 round down along the baseboard just like I am in the other room, just to give that a finished look. Alright, so do the other side now, and then we can start putting this floor down. Once I get out of this doorway, it should move relatively quick. Moving forward. All right, so I have my first board cut, and this board will go like that with the tongue facing this way. So when I'm nailing, I'll be nailing in this direction. When I did the floor out here, I nailed in the other direction. And here is the tongue that is going to go in there, and I'm just going to use some tight bottom glue. Put some glue down here in the groove of this board. Take the tongue, push the tongue in, take my first board, where I'm going to change direction, lock it into that tongue piece, and now I can nail. And once I nail, it's going to push this board against that one, and it shouldn't go anywhere. Alright, I like it. Nice and smooth. Now we'll do the first row into the closet, which will be a little complicated. I'll have to make some cuts here and then continue on. But yeah, that was easy. That was easy. I knew at one point doing this floor somewhere I was going to have to change direction. There was a number of different ways that I was going to run the floor, and I had decided to run it against the wall that's behind the camera and work my way out, so I could continue all the way across the room into that little nook space in the same direction. The only direction, or the only area that I would need to change direction would be the doorway into the closet, and it worked out well. I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy. Alright, I'm going to get this closet done. I'll bring you back after I get this closet finished. And the closet's finished, and I got the quarter round on the trim. This was a tough spot to work in because it's so small, but yeah, it worked out. I think it looks good. The entire room is finished. Here's a look of it coming into the bedroom. I think it turned out really nice. Very rich looking, in my opinion. You have all the quarter round on the trim is it's nailed in, and just have to prep it for paint and move on from there. I got some lighting to work on, prepping for paint. But other than that, the floor was definitely the hardest and the biggest job in this master bedroom makeover. So I hope you enjoyed the video of me putting down a hardwood floor. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Hit that like button too, that helps. But yeah, I'll be back with another video. We're going to do some lighting in here, some changes in the lighting anyway, and then we're going to prep the walls and we'll get ready for paint, and I'll show you the final look of this master bedroom. I know my wife's happy. She's already happy with the floor, so for me, I guess that's all that matters. So I'll see everybody in the next video.